After tracking the eating habits of over 1,000 men, I found most make the same mistake when trying to lose belly fat. They skip a food that could actually keep them full and speed up fat loss. So now I'm going to show you what that is, why it works, and how to start eating it to lose belly fat. First, to show you how impactful this food is, I need to tell you a story about my client, Hossam. Hossam was doing everything right. He tracked every calorie, stuck to 1,800 a day, and was working out 4 times a week. But every night at 9 p.m, he was starving, craving his favorite snacks. He texted me, "I've hit 1,800 calories. Why am I still so hungry?" So I took a look at his day in detail. He skipped breakfast, had eggs with spinach and some Greek yogurt for his first meal, chicken and rice for lunch, then steak with spinach for dinner. His calories and protein were on target, but fiber only 7 grams a day. Now let's talk about why that's an issue and how fixing it helped Hossam lose 50 pounds and keep it off. It's wild, but the average American only gets about 10 grams of fiber a day. That's really low. And when you look at the research, there's a clear trend. People who eat more fiber carry less weight, carry less belly fat, and that holds true even when scientists follow them for years. One study actually tracked how changes in daily fiber affected people. More fiber meant less deep belly fat, less fiber, you guessed it, people put on even more belly fat. The reason's pretty simple. Fiber fills you up, it takes up space in your stomach and slows down digestion. So you're not back in the kitchen hunting for snacks half an hour later. Hossam's meals were packed with protein, sure, but they were low in fiber and pretty low in volume too. He just wasn't getting much bang for his buck with those calories. No wonder he'd be hungry 30 minutes later. Here's how we fixed it. We made 3 easy swaps to help Hossam get enough fiber in every day. First up, breakfast. Instead of just eggs and spinach, we switched it up to overnight oats with Greek yogurt, protein powder, berries, and flax seeds. That tiny breakfast fiber went from 2 grams to 12. Suddenly, Hossam was full until lunch, not even thinking about food all morning. Next, lunch. Instead of chicken with rice and a sad bit of vegetables, we did chicken breast with potato, beans, and some steamed greens. The calories were exactly the same, but now it was way more food and way more fiber. He didn't even think about grabbing a snack. For dinner, we swapped the steak and spinach for something with more staying power. Minced beef with a stir fry of rice and veggies, or sometimes whole grain pasta with mincemeat and butternut squash. After 2 weeks of making these swaps, Hossam was hitting 30 grams of fiber a day. No more 9 p.m. hunger. That problem was solved. That was the biggest hurdle to losing belly fat, beating hunger. And with that out of the way, Hossam lost 50 pounds and finally got rid of the stubborn belly fat. And if you want my free PDF with my top 20 high fiber foods that will help you lose belly fat, click the link below. But before you rush out and load up on fiber, here's what you need to know to avoid the mistake I made. I'll never forget when I first realized how important fiber is for fat loss. I went straight from my old carnivore diet, maybe 5 grams of fiber a day at best, to suddenly trying to eat 60 grams of fiber. That did not go well. Let's just say there was a lot of bloating, gas, and yes, even constipation. Don't do what I did. You don't need to go to extremes. You just need more fiber than the average, maybe a lot more fiber than the average person, unless you want to keep the belly fat most people have. And I'm guessing you don't. A good rule of thumb is to aim for 14 grams of fiber per 1,000 calories. For most men, that's around 28 grams a day. But here's the catch. Your gut bacteria are in charge of breaking down fiber. If you've been basically starving them, then suddenly dumping 40 grams of fiber overnight, they're going to rebel. So a better way to do it is to slowly add 5 to 10 grams a day for a week, then repeat that process. That could be as simple as adding a pear or half a cup of beans to each of your days. And don't forget to bump up your fluids. Shoot for around 2 to 4 liters a day. That's water and, to be honest, most fluids you drink, like teas, are fine too. If you've got IBS or IBD, go slow, stick with oats, some fruit, well-cooked vegetables, and maybe check in with a gut specialist just to be safe. Remember, your goal isn't to max out fiber, it's to get enough so your meals feel big, satisfying, and actually keep you full. All right, here's your exact 30-day game plan. If you're hungry but trying to lose belly fat, don't just cut your calories even more. Here's what actually works. The fundamentals have to be in place. A high protein diet and a high protein diet and a sensible calorie deficit. But you might already be doing this. At every meal, add a source or two of fiber. That could be oats, beans, lentils, whole grains, potatoes with their skins on, fruits, or even vegetables. Well, hopefully some vegetables. Gradually bump up your daily fiber by 5 to 10 grams a week until you're hitting around 30 to 40 grams most days. Don't forget to drink more water so the fiber actually works its magic. You don't need a magic food, but you do need to set yourself up to manage hunger, and fiber is key here. If you want a plan that puts this all together and helps you lose belly fat faster, there's a link to apply to my one-to-one coaching below. But if you're losing weight, but still struggling with stubborn belly fat, watch this video next. I'll break down exactly what's going on and how you can finally fix it. See you there.